And again, once again, continuing Sigma stage number 3. With the new music, again being grim and dour. And flopping me right against the boss. Oh yeah, now I took him out. Oh yeah, boss fights actually cause some noticeable time delay. Because, well, they explode slowly, very dramatically, but slowly. And that takes away some time. And the fact that I'm not particularly, you could say, careful about my taking damage. Oh yeah, and this stage is much more of just a mini boss gauntlet. Or at least this far has been. And of course I am very much not advocating fighting bosses fair, because, well, these games do not play fair with you, so why should you return the favor unless you are really good player fetching out, trying for the speed runs or some other challenges. But yeah, Sting Chameleon, absolutely annihilation. Didn't even get a chance to hit me. And I really like it when these kind of weapons have utility value as well. Oh yeah, Sparkman Drill. You are very scary looking, but your actual scariness is very minuscule. Oh, you decided to fist dash at me. Yeah, you go down. I don't know what kind of order they decided to make these Mavericks appear now, but well, they certainly didn't make them any more, you could say, intimidating, because, well, yep. Use of water physics, like always. And now I'm gonna show you a little trick which actually makes Launch Octopus much easier than his weakness. He's coming along. A Boomerang's boomerang is a cuts. Tentacles are basically flesh bits. And using the boomerang color on him and chopping off his tentacles makes him takes away his tentacle attacks, meaning he can only shoot his torpedo attacks, which makes him much more easy to predict what he's gonna do, and that you can just keep defending against his attack much better than if he would have all his tentacles and fish as well. So yeah, I removed his unpredictability, even though theoretically made him more dangerous because he would attack more often, because he couldn't do anything but attack. And Sting Chameleon's weapon has one extra special function, because it allows you to go simply through spikes as well. But that might have been the only place in the entire game where it had any actual use of that ability. And here's a flame mammoth. I wonder, can I now get the chance to... Well, he can also be neutered with a Boomerang's boomerang. But... Come on, jump! Good, you jumped. Good, now shoot. It's not doing what I want him to do. I want him to shoot his fire to the oil slicks so it ignites them and creates a nice pillar of fire. But he's not doing any of that. So I'm just gonna storm him out of existence. And he can't even keep his trunk, which would make him look something like a stupid, some sort of weird pig-like instead of elephant-like thing. But Mavericks tend to be something that if you have their weaknesses, they go down real simply. And now we have some sort of weird car thing capable of crashing into walls, gathering some big orbs of fire to attack you. And it tries to bite you, which actually does quite decent amount of damage. But that slam biting attack, or how you wanna name it, and it's quite good at predicting it as well. But then again, I would assume that being stomped by that kind of big metal monstrosity would cause some pain. But it goes down. It's time to save again and refill my energy tank and go, which I remembered might be the final stage. But first, refueling. And continuing to the final stage. Actually, this is very short and simple stage. It's a tunnel you climb up to, this background being a tower, and some of these worm critters show up, which can provide you with health pickups if you haven't figured out that you can go to the armadillo stage to get health pickups much easier. But this place would be the place, but they give you a chance to grind yourself some upgrade. And intimidating looking background. And here's the Mr. Big Bad Sigma himself. Yeah. You know, you are just a copy. Oh yeah. So you have some sort of pet and some intimidating cape and a forehead jewel and all that, and betrayer. Yeah, indeed, you are a betrayer. So he has a dog, which is quite agile, and it can also do this kind of jumping moves, spitfire. Very agile enemy, but not in a sense that it couldn't it be something that, and it was weak against the ice attacks. And it was killed without any ceremony. So now he shows up. Oh yeah, you are no longer a hunter because you've met Zero. And Zero ripped you apart. And gave you a brain damage. So who is the actual, you could say, the inept one in here? But Sigma dashes around with his... He dashes around with his sword, trying to get into contact. So it just used the wall jumps. And he can actually... And he is actually quite good at doing damage to you, so use of life tanks is, well, game has gives you a chance to make use of them, but electricity attacks just shredding. But of course, his being a final boss means that there's still one more phase. The so-called wolf because basically every boss in here in this game is, obviously in this final dungeon part, is something of a Sigma something, like Sigma Spider, Sigma Face. This is Wolf Sigma. Oh yeah, and it's got these big grabby hands, which spit thunder. Supposed to say it can be quite dangerous, but because there is only one more phase with him, I can spam my rolling shields at him without you could say much fear of much damage, and just to be stylish, I shall use my regular attack on him like this. Lose your head, boss, or wreck. Yeah, because he's a bad guy, of course he goes to scream that he can't be destroyed by you. Yeah, you are Reploid. Reploids are replicants from X. Failed ones. Yeah, you might be a sentient android, but you were still a bloody idiot. And he would eventually be completely wrecked out, destroyed, annihilated and forgotten by everything, except players. Yeah, that was his fortress. It said kaboom. Yeah, very simplistic story. The game doesn't tell you much of it. Yeah. And with the you could say that the long run, there was no really good answer. He would always have to either fight or help somebody to fight. And that somebody would be Zero, would outlive him, outsurvive him. And although when you actually look at how ZX goes, theoretically also X has survives longer as a basically form of, you could say, biometal, which bonds with humans and makes them act like get the power set of Megaman of X or Zero or any other of these characters, which is actually quite nice. And those games also have some quite nice ideas and handlings, and they happen in the future. But yeah, and like in first Mega Man game, the Mega Man X ends with a run on the highway from right to left, but without any transition from combat or battle suit to the regular. Oh, those were the names. Boss Spider, Rank the Bank, the D-Rex, and Velguade were those fancy names for the Sigma bosses, which say, yeah, Chill Penguin. And of course all the Mavericks, I know all their names, they were quite unpleasant. But Storm Eagle is very impressive. You could say that almost every Mega Man game has something like a really one or few really good designed bosses, and some which are not so good. Sting Chameleon is quite good. Or say it might be much better with some other medium. And Boomer Quanger is just a weird. Chill Penguin was good in the sense that it really appeared penguin-like vile. That's a mistake name. Sigma, complete trash. Zero, very important character. And instead of just smashing through with a full power. And that ends the first Mega Man X game. Had to redo this mostly because, well, when I did it first time it was crap.